Hey y'all, Tailored by Debbie here. This week I'm going to show you how to make some cute ornaments using a product you might not think of to use for ornaments. We're going to be using a product called Heat and Bond. It's also known as Wonder Under. Some of y'all that have been around the crafting community for a real long time may know what I'm talking about. And the way this works, Heat and Bond has sticky iron-on two sides. Comes with a paper backing on one and a bumpy side on the other. You're going to take your Heat and Bond, put it on the back side of your fabric, lay it down, and iron it on. Okay? Then you've got the paper backing on the back side of your fabric. And what we're going to do, we're going to take some ornament blanks, and I ordered these off of Temu. They also have some on Amazon. They will be listed in the description box below, so you can order them. We're going to lay this down, take a pencil, and we're going to trace around our ornament. Okay, we're going to do that twice. Just like so. Then we're going to take some scissors and we're going to cut these shapes out. And I'm just doing a rough cut around it to make it easier for me to cut. Okay, so I'm just going to cut around these. And when we get to the part of the ornament that goes across the top, we'll just kind of cut that straight across. And I'm cutting it just a little bit smaller than the size of my ornament. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. Cutting it just a little bit smaller than the pencil mark. Across the top, we're just going to kind of go straight across. Even up any little areas where you might have it just a little bit crooked. Super easy, y'all. Then, to make it easy to peel off the back, you're going to get a straight pin. Get a straight pin or a needle. I've just got a little needle here, hand sewing needle, and you're going to take it and just scrape across the center on the back. And what that does, it makes it super easy to get in there and peel off the backing of the Wonder Under. And that's going to leave, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's got that shiny backing on there. I think you can see it. So now we're going to do the same thing. If not, you have to sit here and try to find the edge and peel it off. It's a lot easier just to score it with a sharp needle. And then that makes a very simple place for you to be able to peel it off. Now that we have that peeled off on both sides, find the place where it's kind of straight across. And you're going to take your ornament. And I've got a wool pressing mat here. I will put this in the description box below. I did order it from Amazon. I'm just going to lay the fabric down on top of your ornament blank. Just trying to center it up the best you can. And then I have my little Cricut mini heat press. I'm going to turn it on and wait for it to heat up. I'm just going to turn it over and look on the back side. You can take your scissors and trim a little bit if you'd like. If you see some areas that are hanging over a lot, just take your scissors and just kind of trim. Just do that while our iron is heating up. Just like so. Go ahead and do that with my other piece. turn it upside down, because then that helps you see where it's hanging over. And then just trim that off the best you can. All right. And we're going to lay that down. And I believe our heat press is warm enough. And then you're just going to, there it goes, it just beeped. Then you're just going to go ahead and press it for about 10 to 15 seconds in each spot. No messy Mod Podge. How fast and easy is this, y'all? The possibility for fabric choices are endless. I just used some cotton fabric that I got from Walmart, and look how stinking adorable that is. You could just leave it like that. But we're going to do a little bit something else to it. All right, just trying to find, there's where my flatter edge is. And we're going to turn it over and do the same thing to this side. Iron it down. The wool mat just protects your surface. You can also use just a regular ironing board. You don't have to have one of these wool mats. So now, just that quick and not messy, we have an adorable ornament. Now, if you still have some fabric hanging over the edges, and be careful because this will be hot, you can take your scissors and just kind of trim it off. Or you can take your sander, and I've got like an 80 grit sandpaper and my little Gator detail sander. You can take it and just sand the excess fabric off by sanding it. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way around. Then we're going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. That just gives it a little bit more rustic look, a little bit more country look. If you can see that, then you can just come back through. You can take a lint roller and roll it over the edges to get any of the loose lint or thread. If you need to sand a little bit more, you can do that as well until you get it looking to your liking. As distressed, and if you don't want it distressed, you can skip this part and just take your scissors and trim any overhang off with a pair of detail scissors. And I did order this set. Came with these and then also some other ones that I use for fabric. And I will put that in my description box below. Also, if you'd like to order these same ones. This gets the dust and any lint off very easily. Okay, I'm liking the way that looks. Isn't that pretty on both sides? Now, if you wanted to, you can paint the top part before you put your fabric on. I'm leaving mine natural. Now what I'm going to do, I have a wood shape that I like, and I'm going to take a heart and 4 buttons on one side of this ornament, and we're going to make it look like a dog paw. In Georgia, we have the Georgia Bulldogs, but I can't make an actual Georgia Bulldog product and sell it because of copyright. But I can make a dog paw using red, black, and white as my colors and sell that without any problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trace this wood heart, and then I'm going to cut it out. If you're going to cut shapes, it's easier to trace it on the back of this Wonder Under paper, then cut it out, then remove the paper from the second side. Okay. I'm just cutting out my heart. An upside down heart is what we're going to use for the base or the biggest part of the paw. I don't know if you've ever looked at a dog paw, but the pad of the paw kind of looks like an upside down heart to me. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to take my little needle and I'm going to score the back of it so that'll make it really easy for me to peel the backing off. And then the Wonder Under, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's shiny. And then we're just going to take it and we're going to lay it down on our ornament, kind of toward the bottom, and we're going to try to center it from side to side. And then we're going to take our iron and press it to kind of put it in place. And then we're going to press 10 to 15 seconds to make sure it's secured down to our ornament. Now you could also take that same fabric and cut some little circles out, but I'm using buttons. I got an abundance of buttons on clearance from Joann's. So I'm just going to take these buttons and glue them onto this. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of hot glue on here. Just go around. And then I'm going to stick it down. And we're going to do that with 3 more. Now, if you get a glob of hot glue in the center of the button while it's still wet, you can take a wood skewer and just kind of dig it out right there. So there's one button. Y'all can kind of see how that's starting to look like a puppy paw. Okay, and I'm trying to go around the button. It may help to put a little bit on the wood skewer and then just spread this on the back of the button, kind of like we do with traditional glue. Let's see how that does. Okay, then we're going to turn it upside down. We have to work fast with hot glue because it will start setting up. Then we're going to set it down. Look how stinking cute, y'all. Now let's go ahead and do 2 more over here. And if you see any of the hot glue seeping out, you can just take your fingernail and kind of scrape it off. That worked pretty well, so I'm going to do that again. Put a little bit of hot glue on my skewer. I'm going to take the back of my button and we're going to just spread around the back of the button with the hot glue. And I'm going to come over here and stick it in place. And then we have 1 more to go. So let's do that 1 more time. 1 more to go. So there is our puppy paw. Isn't that cute, y'all? I think I'm just going to press that down. Now for a bow, I bought some of this at Walmart, some Offray polka dot ribbon. And I'm just going to tie it in a bow. Nice clean edge there. And I'm just going to take it. It's about a 1-inch ribbon. And I'm going to loop it like this on both sides. Then I'm going to lay that loop, the 2 loops kind of on top of each other. And then I'm going to take this loop and I'm going to go through this hole with that loop. I'm just going to take it, flip it down through that hole. Okay. And then we're going to take these other pieces of the ribbon and we're going to, now this is only a 1-sided ribbon, so it made the center of my bow solid black because it flipped it to the back side, which I'm okay with, y'all. I'm not hating it. I'm kind of liking it. So then we're just going to lay the bow down and pull the loops until they're tight. Then take your tails, and we're going to flip this tail back over so the polka dot side's showing. Take our tails, pull the loops, then bring them back in so your loops are about the size you want, and keep doing that just until you get it just the way you like it. And I'm just about there. And I'm making this ornament just one-sided. I did put the fabric on the back. In case it flips around, it'll still be a pretty ornament. But I'm only putting the dog paw on one side on this one. You can do it however you like. Okay, now that we have it the way we want it, I'm just going to cut up at an angle for my tails. And look at that cute little bow. Then we're going to take that and we're going to glue it. We're going to glue that to the top of our ornament like that. But before I do that, I want to take some baker's twine, and I'm going to use black and white. This is some that I bought at Target from the Wonder Shop. You can buy this baker's twine anywhere. They sell cooking or crafting supplies. All right, and I'm going to measure approximately 14 inches. It doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. And what I like to do, I like to go through that top hole with it. Pull your ends up till they're even. Take both ends and loop them around the string and then go through the loop. And then pull it tight. Pull it tight, and then we can cut this off. And when you tie the knot that way, that knot will not slip out, okay? So you can do that just like that. And then we're going to take our bow and we're going to put some glue on the back of the bow. This will do two things. It'll keep the bow from coming untied. Just put some glue across the back. And then I'm going to lay that right where the top of the wood part is. So I want it glued at this very top part on the front, but that's all there is to it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you'll give this a try. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, click the bell so you'll never miss when I put up new videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.